All right, what is going on, everyone? And welcome back to Mets Weekly as we are live at this very moment on YouTube and on X for watch-along coverage of the Mets versus Pirates Game 1 of 162 opening day. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the Mets Weekly YouTube channel for live episodes of the Mets Weekly podcast following every single regular season series throughout the entire regular season. For those of you watching or listening on playback, you want to join the conversation in the future, make sure to turn on those post notifications to know when we go live. Make sure to follow Mets Weekly on X and on TikTok. Follow all of us individually. The links are in the description. So, without further ado, let's get into the opening day watch-along coverage. And you may notice that I'm here. I'm Carson. Hi. You may notice that Evan and Matt are not here. However, they will be giving you post-game coverage around 6:30-ish, depending on how the traffic is, because both of them are actually at the game at this current moment. So I am holding down the fort here on opening day. And, listen, I am not going to, reject anyone say, hey, don't go to opening day. Because, again, that is quite the energy that you definitely would want to be at. I went once in 2018, probably never again because the traffic was insane and it was insanely crowded. And I'm not the biggest fan of crowded places, even though I definitely am okay with them digitally. Either way, opening day, Mets versus Pirates. We've got Paul Skeens on the mound, the reigning Cy Young Award winner, against Freddie Peralta, the Mets' new frontline piece to their rotation. Plenty of excitement. A long offseason is done. Spring training is over. And we finally play games that count. Over here in the chat, we have Ilya Scarce in the chat. We've got BBA saying, I'm going to need a cronut. Send donuts. Yeah, listen, those. I don't know if we're going to have any donuts today, only because you have no Andrew here. But you just never know. Maybe a donut will make an appearance. I have no clue, but we will see. Either way, the Mets just about to get underway. We have absolutely no idea when first pitch is going to be because this game is obviously being streamed on Peacock, so you have absolutely no idea what the delay is going to be on opening day. We all know about the opening day festivities. I don't know if the player intros have been done. They're being done right now, and they just cut into the game. Great job. Great job here by Peacock already. Doing fantastic job, but I don't need to hear the commentary whatsoever. Either way. Like I said, looking for a different outlook, a different team, and this is definitely a new outlook for this team, as we all know. As of right now, it's a lot different of a lineup. We know that a lot of familiar faces are gone. And for me, I believe it was for the best, and they had to move on from a team that was underachieving pretty much every single year, from a team that could not make the postseason in back-to-back seasons, and also for a team that did not win a single division title. I mean, the record speaks for itself, and when you don't succeed, they had to move on. So either way, this new team gets a big test, and that being against Paul Skeens. We know how amazing Paul Skeens is. He is one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. The best in the National League, you can say, behind Tarek Skubal holding it down in the American League. And at this current moment, I mean, right now, we need to see a different identity with this team because I feel like it just got dragged out for a long time where it seemed like it was just, enabling this mediocrity, which was not, it wasn't good enough. It wasn't, especially with all the money that was put into these teams ever since Steve Cohen took over. Let's see. We've got NG saying we are so back 100%. It's on NBC in Connecticut. Okay. I'm in New Jersey, so I'm gonna guess it's on Peacock. I have it here on my computer, so I'm not sure. Blast Radius saying let's go LGM. Absolutely. He says no other team has turned over as many players, and it was needed, definitely needed, because you had historic payrolls and historic things that were moving over. And NG saying best offseason addition the Mets made was the urinal dividers at Citi Field. Cohen is the man of the people. Yeah, I've seen that was a complaint for a lot of guys. But listen, I don't go to Citi Field that often, but I've heard that has kind of been a problem and has been one of the things as to why the bathrooms have been kind of messy at Citi Field. So I guess it helps everybody. But new coaching staff as well. It's all new and it was much needed. Let's just say that. Either way, we can get into the starting lineups right here as I move over to the announcer voice. As for the Pirates, leading off, center fielder O'Neill Cruz, batting second, the second baseman Brandon Loud, newest addition through trade in the offseason. Batting third, the left fielder, Brian Reynolds, likely, I believe, the longest tenured Pirate at this current moment. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Marcelo Zuna from the Braves. Batting fifth, right fielder, Ryan O'Hearn. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Jared Triolo. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Spencer Horwitz. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Nick Gonzalez, and batting ninth, the catcher, Henry Davis. And for the New York Mets, leading off, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Batting second, the left fielder, Juan Soto. Batting third, the third baseman, for the first time, Bo Bichette. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Jorge Polanco. Batting fifth, the center fielder, new center fielder, Luis Robert Jr. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Brett Beatty, and we'll get into that in a second. Batting seventh, the new second baseman, Marcus Semien. Batting eighth, the kid, the rookie, making his debut in right field, Carson Benj. And batting ninth, the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. And like I said, with Beatty at designated hitter, and I was talking about this a little bit on Twitter before this game started, before this stream started. And listen, I'm not even going to go after Beatty on this one. To be honest, I'm not. To be honest, I feel better about Beatty right now going into this season than Vientos after what we have seen recently. And, that takes a lot for me to say, as we all know how I feel about Brett Beatty. Never was the highest on either of them. Either way, with Brett Beatty being the designated hitter, Mark Vientos in his career, all time that he's faced Paul Skeens, which I think is two separate times. He is 2 for 3 with a double, and he is not starting. Brett Beatty is the designated hitter. And to be honest, I do agree with that, to be honest, at this current moment, because, Vientos, as of right now, is on a short leash, and we expect Vientos to be on a short leash. But it really does show you, the confidence in Vientos at this current moment. Like, we'll see how long they're able to, they'll be willing to hold Vientos on this roster. We just saw them sign Tommy Pham. Earlier today, it was announced that they signed him to a minor league deal. Could that mean something for Vientos? Could that mean something for Jared Young? I think it means more to Vientos because it seemed like in that context that they brought up Jared Young because he was a left-handed bat, Tommy Pham being a right-handed bat. I think that has more to say about Vientos, to say, hey, Vientos, time's ticking. Time is ticking as the lineups are being announced right now on the field. Jorge Polanco makes himself out. Love Jorge Polanco. Big fan of that move. Blast Radio saying they got to get to Skeens early if possible. Absolutely. We'll see what the pitch limits are for these guys on opening day, because sometimes these guys aren't completely stretched out, but we know that Skeens was in the World Baseball Classic, so he definitely got some extra work. So either way, we will see. Definitely interesting. This lineup already has some pieces that I'm, again, like I said, but as of right now, it is switch, left-handed hitter, right-handed hitter, switch hitter, right-handed hitter, left-handed hitter, right-handed hitter, left-handed hitter, right-handed hitter. So very balanced, as David Stearns said. Plenty. talking about how balanced this team is, and one of the things is the platoons as well. So you can definitely change things. With the 3-batter minimum rule, you can just pinch hit somebody maybe in the late of the game if you need a run, and you can have back-to-back guys from that certain platoon. That's usually how that works, and that's how you split the lefties and split the righties, if you did not know. Freddie Peralta looks like he's getting warmed up in the pen with his new battery mate, Francisco Alvarez. I'm not sure who caught Peralta the most in Milwaukee. Does anybody know that? I'm not sure. I would love to know. But it looks like they're about to start off the national anthem. First pitch was supposed to be 1:15. Looks like we're going to probably delay that, and that's kind of what I pretty much expected. Let's just say that. Either way, if you guys are new, make sure to hit the like button on the stream. Really helps us out. Like I said, post-game coverage of this game from Evan and Matt later on at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure to tune into that. Set your reminders for all of that. We have coverage throughout the entire regular season long, and of course our podcasts after every single series. We are really going full steam ahead this year. You're going to get plenty of content. We're going to be live pretty much every single day, so get ready for that. It is going to be really, really fun because we figured, I mean, who knows what will be what will be the status of baseball season next year. So either way, we are about to begin here at Citi Field. National anthem is going on, but I am going to talk because this is my stream. But for the kids watching, do not talk during the national anthem. Be respectful. Just got to be... All right. So if there's anything, let me just check Twitter to see if there's anything else. Let's see. Some people are talking about, maybe a possible pinch hit home run from Vientos. So we'll see. What is your home run prediction for Alvarez? Well, if my co-host Frank was here, I'd probably say like 3 to troll him. But to give an honest answer, I'm going to go with, let's go with 26, because that would be his career high. I'm definitely confident in what we're going to see from Alvarez's bat this year. We know the main factors as to why we talked about it for so long, of that certain hitting coach that will not be named. We are turning over a new leaf. He is not part of it, and he's currently unemployed, which is actually pretty funny because he was considered as a managerial candidate 2 years ago, but I guess that's what happens when you ruin your reputation arguing with fans on Instagram. But hey, whatever. Leaving it in the past. It's we're like 2 minutes away from first pitch, so once that first pitch goes through, the 2026 Mets are completely underway. So Freddie Peralta will take the mound. I'm not sure how well this guy is doing with the national anthem because I do not have the sound on, but I think he's doing a swell job because he looks very professional. He's got a Mets jacket on, so that must be the sign of a professional, right? I guess. But either way, we're about to get underway here at Citi Field. And it'll be Cruz, Lau, and Reynolds. Again, this top 4 of this lineup is not something that you should be just, going past by. I know that the Pirates are not fantastic. I'm way behind. Damn it. All right. Well, I'm just watching on the Peacock app as of right now, so I'm not sure where I am. It says it's live here. That's unfortunate. That's the only thing. About 5 minutes behind? Seriously? I'm 5 minutes behind. Are you for real? Wow. That's insane. I might have to switch to a different another login. You can try refreshing. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can do this. That's so annoying, but wow. So I'm really that far behind? Really? Has the game started? All right, well, O'Neal Cruz, tell you when the first pitch has been thrown. Jeez. All right, well, I guess I'll update this here. Update the scoreboard to top first since we're already we're almost underway here. Jeez. Wow. Thanks, Peacock. You're really killing it right now. Really killing it. You cut into the intros, you know, you hijack Gary, Keith, and Ron for the first game of the season. Thanks, man. This is real. This is a nice setup you got here. Round of applause for Peacock in sarcasm. Round of applause. Unreal. But either way, how's everybody doing? All right, so yeah, like we said, Freddie Peralta, Mets acquired him from Milwaukee, as we all know, acquired for Tobias Myers, along with Tobias Myers for Jet Williams and Brandon Sproat. Brandon Sproat, I believe, made the Milwaukee Brewers opening day roster, and Jet Williams did not, but I'm sure Jet Williams will be up at some point. So, again, we will see. We will see. Yeah, O'Neal Cruz does have a home run in his career against Freddie Peralta. My friends are at City. I had to work, but I'm here for it now. All right, well, I'm going to give you as much commentary as I can. Hopefully I'm not completely behind, as BBA here is saying in the chat. But I will try my best here to give you the best commentary possible, instead of the, this whole thing. Instead of this whole entire commentary from NBC that hijacked Gary, Keith, and Ron, which we all love throughout the Mets fan base. Guys, I gotta wake up. Okay. Yeah, Mets are taking the field right now. Yeah, I see. I don't know. I might be a few seconds behind. We'll see. Who on the Mets do you think could post a sub-2 ERA? I hope it's Devin Williams, because that means he's having a pretty dominant year. Let's just say that. But yeah, we'll see. But in the rotation, I think stuff-wise that could translate, I'd probably say it's Nolan McLean. But I don't want to put the full-on pressure on the kid because, again, he's a rookie, and you're going to see rookies make mistakes. Freddie Peralta's in a contract year. Maybe he goes absolutely insane. Who knows? But, let's see where we're at. But, hey. Yeah, it doesn't look like the first pitch came through yet. So I guess I'm probably maybe 5 seconds behind the live TV, possibly. But, a second is a minute these days. In this economy. There's Juan Soto. He's got an Under Armour do-rag on. That's a do-rag, right? Guys, I'm sorry. I'm not, as you can tell, I'm not really into that type of, a lot of fashion. I'm sorry. My bad. Either way, Freddie Peralta, onto the top dugout step, out to the mound, like we said. His Mets debut at Citi Field. No contract has been signed yet, as he said. They shouldn't have asked him that question. I thought Joel Sherman was stepping over the line because he has a game to worry about. Freddie Peralta, I believe, pitched here on opening day 2 years ago in 2024 and completely carved up the Mets lineup. So I would love to see a repeat of that. I know that we all know he was in the National League Central. So, what is his career against the Pirates? Do you guys know? Let me try and check that for the versus the Pirates in career. Let me see. Let's see what his career is versus the Pirates. He is 4-2. With a 3.36 earned run average, 116 strikeouts in his career. He has made 16 starts against them. He's also made a decent amount of bullpen appearances, as we all know earlier on in his career. He was coming out of the bullpen. Yeah. Can I move this ahead? Like, come on, man. Jeez. I don't know why this is so behind. God. Well, I guess you guys are going to get some delayed reactions. Either way, they're showing the lineup as of right now. A little drone shot over Citi Field. To the left field corner. There's Bichette at third base. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I am really, really behind. I'll try to figure out how to get a little bit more ahead here. But for now, this is what we're going to have to deal with. Man, that is really frustrating. Okay. That is really, really annoying. Wow. Yeah, I am currently like 6 pitches behind. Cool. That's awesome. All right. Well, this is going to be like this for the top of the first, and I'm going to try to get this a little bit more situated. I have a solution here. All right. So, like I said, Oneil Cruz has had quite a career against Freddie Peralta so far. I believe he has a home run against him. But we will again. We'll try to get this thing situated, guys. I don't know why this is so far behind. I'm even seeing like the advanced of it being live, and they're showing this live. That is so annoying, man. All right, well. All right. Well, first pitch from Freddie, even though you guys have seen this already, is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Oneil Cruz. Skeens is going to destroy us. Skeens is really good. We got no chance. We'll see. We will see. All right. The 1-1 in there for a strike at 96 miles an hour. Wow, this is annoying. This is really annoying. Okay. 1-2. That one's low. Slider just missed. And it's 2-2. Fastball Freddie. 2-2. Lays off on that curveball in the dirt. And it's a full count to Oneil Cruz. All right. Three, 2. Fouled away to the left field seats. Three, 2 is poked into center field. That is going to drop in front of Robert, and that is the first hit of this game. It is a leadoff bloop single for Oneil Cruz. And looks like we're going to start from the stretch here for Freddie. Well, that one, it seemed like got a little too much of the plate. He kind of just flicked his bat at it. It's whatever. It looks like Oneil Cruz is happy about that. Listen. All right. So here's Brandon Lau, who they acquired from the Rays. Rays obviously trading away their players. What else is new? Pickoff attempt, and O'Neill Cruz gets back there safely. All right. Come on, Freddie. Hit high in the air, deep to right field. Oh, back goes Benj, and it is over his head and over the wall. 2-0 Pittsburgh. A 2-run homer for Brandon Lau to start off this game. Not the best way to start off Freddie Peralta's Mets career. And it is 2-0 Pittsburgh. That is not what you want to see. Obviously, you guys obviously saw that, 5 minutes before me, because for some reason, this is something that Peacock has to do where they are 400 minutes behind. So that's kind of annoying. Either way, 2-0 Pittsburgh. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yep, saw it 5 minutes ago. Yeah, you did. You absolutely did. Guys, I'll get this fixed after after I'm done calling the top of the first here. Peacock, what the fuck, man? Yeah, I'm not impressed. Not impressed customer here. Let me just open up the solution here. It's ridiculous. The fact that Gary, Keith, and Ron are not announcing on opening day is a joke. I agree with you right there. I don't know why we're showing this on Peacock. This is ridiculous. But hey, let's see if this team can fight right back. 0-2 to Reynolds. Swing and a miss, and an ugly swing by Bryan Reynolds for the first out. There's a nice curveball in the back end there. Sorry, you're way behind. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Don't worry. I will fix it. All right. Jesus Christ. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike at 94 miles an hour. I've heard that Freddie has had his struggles in the first inning. So, I mean, maybe as the game goes on, we'll see. Swings and misses at a slider in the other's batter's box, and it's 0-2. Marcell Ozuna probably shouldn't even be in the league. But you know what? That's a different conversation, isn't it? It seems like nobody cares. Swing and miss at a curveball in the dirt on 3 pitches, 2 away. So Peralta recovering well so far from that 2-run homer to Brandon Lau. And that will bring up Ryan O'Hearn. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, and it is 0-1. All right, well, Freddie, the 0-1, that one sits outside, and it's 1-1. Lindor is up right now. Cool. Sick. Thanks, Peacock. You're looking good. Looking good, boys. That one is outside. And it's 2-1. Yeah. 2-1, slap the other way, foul, and it is 2-2. There's Paul Skeens. Get run support for Paul Skeens, something that he was not accustomed to last year. It's not not a great sign because we all know how dominant he can be. But either way, the 2-2, strike 3 called, fastball inside on the black. And after that 2-run homer, Freddie is able to bounce back right afterwards. And we go to the bottom of the first, even though we're probably already in the bottom of the first. Guys, I will be right back. I'm going to try to get this thing situated. So just sit tight, everyone. God, Peacock, you are on my shit list. Okay. All right, guys, we are back. I have it on the not Peacock, and it is right now. Guys, let me know how synced up I am with this. It is 1-2 to Soto. Let me know how far behind that is. But either way, Soto lines one towards the right field gap in the right field gap. Lindor hustling over to third. He is safe, gets under the tag. Juan Soto, it's better. Okay. Juan Soto with a single in his first AB of the year. And we got runners at first and third with nobody out. Okay. Lindor walked. All right. So that's that. Let me put that here. Jeez. Okay. Well, that was a fun experience, wasn't it? God, that is annoying. All right. So here is Bo Bichette in his known stomping ground with runners in scoring position. He will get a chance right here, bright and early. And the first pitch from Skeens is a strike at the knees, a 99-mile-an-hour sinker. make sure I can do this. Okay. So here is your first test. All right, Bo, let's see what we can do here. We'll shift this over to here. Cool, cool, cool. That, don't need that. Don't need that either. All right. There we go. Okay. The 0-1 is in for a strike at fastball, and it's 0-2 to Bo. Bo, last year with Riss, 381 average. It's what he's known for. Coming in the clutch. Let's see if they can respond here. The 0-2. Emergency hack at a fastball that nearly took off his face. And we'll do it again. Paul Skeens, hard thrower. Not in the triple digits yet. So, I don't know. Take advantage of it. You got to hit him hard first. All right, Bo, let's see what we can get. The 0-2. Popped in the air to right field. O'Hearn is there. Lindor will come home with the Mets' first run, and the Mets cut their lead in half, 2-1. So sacrifice fly for Bo Bichette. That is his first run batted in of hopefully many of the season, and the Mets respond just like that. It's exactly what we want to see. Last year, we saw them go down, and they would just completely collapse without a fight. So to get a first inning run against a guy like Paul Skeens, definitely a lot more encouraging. Situational hitting, folks, it still is a thing, believe it or not. Here's Jorge Polanco in his first AB as a Met as well. Oh no, I'm about to eat your words. Hey, we were, listen, that was a rough first inning for us, so I don't know. Maybe there's going to be no pitching in this game. You never know. It's supposed to be a good pitching matchup. Maybe it's a hitting matchup. You just never know when you get to the ballpark. Pickoff attempt. Soto gets back there safely. As we all know, Juan Soto, a career high in stolen bases, 38 last year. Maybe he takes off here. Who knows? Sac fly brings in the runner on from third. That's something that Frank was talking about a lot with this team. They rarely had sac flies. So to get the first run on that, I guess is improvement. The 1-0 is nubbed down the third base line, foul. And it is 1-1. There's Carlos Mendoza in his third year as the Mets manager. The 1-1 is tapped down the third base line, and it looks like Polanco's going to beat that out. It's an infield hit. Soto goes to second, and the Mets have a runner in scoring position once again. And that will bring up Luis Robert Jr., another new Met right here. You got 3 new Mets all in there. So, Robert, here's your chance right here. Robert, I looked before the game. He has never faced Skeens before because I was a little curious as to why he was batting 5th. But you know what? I like this test for him. You know, they're obviously trying to keep him healthy. But here's Robert. First pitch, swing and a miss at a slider. And it's 0-1. Sorry, guys. I'm still a little rattled from that whole Peacock experience. That one is outside sweeper that completely missed. 1-1. All right. Yeah, I saw a clown the other day arguing Cohen was horrible this season and we need power. No, we need players like Bo who hit for high average, get on base. Listen, I'm not the biggest hit for average guy. Like, I'm more of but the thing is that they needed a balance in that lineup. That's basically what they needed. They needed a balance in that lineup, and you're going to get plenty of power. I would much rather have, 15 to 20 home run bats throughout the lineup than 140 home run bat and then one we can pray that maybe hits 30 home runs. Like, I'd rather have more of the balance throughout the lineup. It's a team. One player does not make the team. So, again, that's what we got to see. We need to see your best players out there. It's emergency hack by Luis Robert, and he fouls it away. Is Soto and Lindor and Soto 30-plus homer, not enough power? And they're projected to have the fourth most home runs this year, actually, which is actually more than any Pete Alonso season. Sorry, I said his name. Cheeto Bear season. So, how about that? Robert, just turns on one too early on that. Fouled away into the left field seats. And we'll do it again. Yeah, he knew he had that. He was just a little too quick inside. It's okay, though. What is this doing? Hold on. Yep, 25 pitches for Skeens. That's big. Yeah, Evan and Matt at the game. They are at the game. They will be giving you post-game coverage at 6:30. So make sure to stay tuned for that. 25 pitches for Skeens. Yep. The 1-2, that is away. No chasing from Robert. That'd be awesome. We don't get so much chasing. I would like for my graphics to not be a disaster right now. That is chop foul. And so we're going to have problems with the scoreboard too. This is okay. Yeah, we're having a fun day today, guys. This is great. This is we're having ourselves a great day. But hey, it's opening day. So, first game. Making Skeens work. Guys, ignore the scoreboard. That's incorrect. It is 2-1. 2-2. It bounces away. A changeup that completely missed, and it's a full count to Robert. Robert showing patience. We like it. We like it. New hitting coaches, new culture. The first in a series of culture-changing moves. That one's for Evan and Matt. 3-2. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And that will bring up my best friend in the world, Brett Baty, with the bases loaded. Brett. Brett, this is your time right here. Do something. You got Skeens on the ropes. Why is this there we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right, so, we're giving Skeens a run for his money here, which is not easy to do. Let's just say that. He's having a tough time. And listen, if they can do that against plenty of guys, that would be sick. Come on, Brett. Do me something here. Come on. Come on. Man or mouse, Brett, as NG says. Come on, Brett. I'm not going to say anything if he does something here. Come on, Brett. I'm not going to say anything because I am a non-committable person. Swing and miss at a changeup out of the zone, and it's 0-1. Come on. Come on, Brett. Give me something. Start me off well. Shut me up completely. Come on. That one's lifted into the center field gap. It looks like O'Neal Cruz just misread it. It goes over his head and all the way to the wall. Soto is in. Polanco is in. And so is Robert. It is a 3-run triple for Brett Baty. And the Mets now lead 4-2. Yes. Yes. That is how you respond. Love it. Baty, I know we're not the best of friends, okay? I get it. You know, I've said some stuff, but you keep doing stuff like that, we're gonna be good. I won't do any complaining. Any complaining. All right. So Semien. Oh! Oneil Cruz, what is going on here? Oneil Cruz drops a pop-up. That's going to be a double for Semien. I don't know if they're going to call that an error. But that is a 5-run first inning for the Mets, as I can't even keep up at this point. Jeez. 5-run first inning, completely rattling Paul Skeens. He's up to 35 pitches. Wow. I guess they're ruling that a hit. Wow. All right. Brett Baty. Good stuff. Good stuff, Brett. You love to see it. Good stuff. Awesome. 5-run first for the Mets. Let me update it for you guys. Is that going to work? Oh, whoops. Hey, we are having a fun day so far. These streams are doing great. All right. Jeez. And Bench swings and misses. So he strikes out in his first Major League plate appearance. Listen. It's fine. All right? It's fine. Don't go nuts, people. And that'll bring up Francisco Alvarez. Oneil Cruz having a rough first inning. I mean, he did get a hit, but the Mets got him right back. Can this update, please? 5-run first against Skeens. Okay. That's great. All right. All right. 1-0, and it hits Alvarez, and it did not hit him in any unprotected area. We're going to call that a win. Awesome. He's still healthy. Runners at first and second, 2 out. And the Mets will turn over the order in the first inning. Awesome. Did we see them do this at all last year? All right. I'm going to move this over. Wow. And it looks like... Are they pulling Skeens? Is Skeens done? Wow. The Mets have knocked out Paul Skeens in the first inning. I think I've seen it all. Was the team last year doing that? Were they going to be doing that? No. Absolutely not. This is a new age. New age of Mets baseball. Skeens is out. Yeah. Who that triple? Brett Baty got the triple. A 3-run triple, Ibby. A 3-run triple. And I was hyped. Bye-bye, Skeens. Bye-bye. I mean, Ibby did say that Brett was going to homer, but he ended up tripling. So who's really right here? Let's be real for a second. NG saying, and NBC Sports tried to say Oneil Cruz was locked in before the game. What happened to Shame? Yeah, 37 pitches. They knocked him out. Wow. This is going to be a long bullpen game. We are still in the bottom of the first. Pirates gonna pirate. Yeah, what is it? What is going on? Is this the Twilight Zone? I have no idea what's going on, but I'm loving it. Give Baty all the cakes. Baty is one of Andrew's guys, so I think he's going to bake a cake for him. That's called chipping away. It 100% is. Props to Brett Baty. Shout out Brett Baty. Need a shutdown inning from Peralta? Absolutely. Definitely. He definitely settled in after that home run, striking out the next 3 batters. But we'll see. I'm big on Baty this year for some reason. I mean, He had a promising year last year. I mean, I make my jokes, and I'll, I'm sure there's people harassing me right now on Twitter, but you know what? I got a stream to do, so I don't give a shit right now. But great piece of hitting there from Brett Baty against Paul Skeens. 5 earned runs, tied for the most in his career. That is one way to make a statement. Former Met Yohan Ramirez is going to come in relief in the first inning. Bet you we didn't know that. Encouraging AB by Robert as well. Yep. Great ABs all around. And that first pitch from Yohan Ramirez gets to the backstop past Henry Davis, and the runners move up to second and third. And this nightmare first inning for the Pirates continues with the first pitch from Yohan Ramirez after Paul Skeens just got himself shelled out of the game. Yeah, this is some peak Pirates baseball right here. Paul Skeens was getting no run support last year. Finally gets some run support. And all of a sudden, just like that, the Mets respond with 5 runs in the first inning. And Lindor is up with a runner at second and third. Wow, lots of excitement. Peacock's app pissing me off. Being behind on commentary. The 1-0 to Lindor is inside as Yohan Ramirez still has that crazy, awful control. Started by Bo Bichette. Absolutely. This is great pieces of hitting right here. This is awesome. We love it. You love to see it. You love to see it. 2-0 to Francisco, taken there for a strike at 97 miles an hour. Wow. Wow. How about that? Paul Skeens looks beside himself. I don't blame him. The 2-1. Lifted high in the air into shallow left field. Reynolds is under it, and that'll retire the side. But the Mets strike with 5 runs in the first inning. Started off by Bo Bichette. Brett Baty with the big hit, a bases-clearing 3-run triple. And then also some help from center fielder O'Neal Cruz, who had quite the journey out there in center field. Misjudging the Baty triple, like we just said. And also dropping a bloop double for Marcus Semien. Either way, the Mets are up 5-2 after the first inning. And we like it. We do like it. I just don't know, man. I don't know. I was calling him out from the very beginning, guys. I was looking out for everyone, and everyone told me to go fuck myself. I don't know what to tell you. I tried to warn you guys. Tried to warn you. Okay, what is going on here? I don't know why this is configuring itself incorrectly. But either way, Freddie Peralta back to the mound for his second inning of work here on opening day. What a first inning, guys. What a first inning. Wow. That is what we like to see. You love to see it. You get punched in the face, you punch back even harder. Love it. Just love it. There's the update that we are looking for. All right, so will the hurt continue? Will the Mets continue their off? This was another thing. They would get up to these big bunches of runs, and then all of a sudden, they'd completely disappear. Beat up this bullpen. How about that? That would be awesome. Did not see that. New look team. Yeah. First pitch to Triolo? This is Triolo, right? Yep, Triolo fouled away, 0-1. The 0-1 swing and a miss at a very good slider. Gliding across the plate there from Freddie Peralta. And it's 0-2 quickly. Freddie Peralta, we know, gets ahead in the count very quickly. Makes quick work of guys, throws a lot of strikes. Challenged Brandon Lau and definitely cost him. But since after that, he bounced back with 3 strikeouts. Let's see what he can do here. 0-2. High fastball fouled away. We'll do it again. Yeah, they're showing Paul Skeens. I mean, how could this happen? How could you do this? How could the Mets do this? The Mets? They lost all of those players. They're not a better team. They're terrible. What is David Stearns doing? The 0-2. Outside and slider. And it's 1-2. It'll be Triolo, Horwitz, and Gonzalez. The little weaker part of the Pittsburgh lineup. Definitely a top-heavy team. 1-2. It's a fastball outside. Alvarez couldn't frame it there at the end. And it's 2-2. Oh, there's Adam Ottavino. Wow, he's back home. Ottavino's back home with the Mets here. Don't need to hear that. 2-2. Dot. Fastball. Right down the pipe. 4 strikeouts for Freddie Peralta. 4 consecutive strikeouts for Freddie Peralta as well. 1 down. And that will bring up Spencer Horwitz, the first baseman for Pittsburgh. Adam Ottavino is a lot more entertaining when he's on mute. Anybody realize that? First pitch from Freddie is a fastball. In at 0-1. He's finding his groove. They have made errors that lead to runs, but that was hard contact when it mattered. Absolutely. Grounder to Simeon, the multi-time Gold Glover. Shovels it over to first. 2 down. Peralta making quick work. And nice catch there by Polanco. That was amazing, you know? There's only one first baseman that can do that, so I'm surprised. Only one. There's only one, and he's gone. My dad giving an update in the chat. Everyone say hi to my dad. 2026 earned run average for Paul Skeens is 67.50 for the season. How did the Mets score runs? They scored it with a Brett Baty 3-run triple. You had a sac fly by Bo Bichette, and then you also had a screw up by O'Neal Cruz in center field again. I'm saying it loud and proud. That was awesome. All right, that was perfect hitting by Brett Baty. Lifted the ball. Did the most damage against Paul Skeens. Alvarez charges a little nubber in front of that. Wow. Nice throw by Alvarez. Strong there. He needed to turn his complete body, and that will retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Freddie Peralta after that 2-run homer. And we go to the bottom of the second. 5-2 Mets. Wow. I don't know if you, yeah. All right. I wish there was just a better way to do this, but there is not. Unfortunately, we just got to keep saving. Tony's saying, I'm at work listening to you. Can't really comment much because I'm trying to get out of here. Best of luck to you, bud. Appreciate it. Absolutely. Tony's been in our streams recently. He's been showing a lot of support to the channel, so shout out to him. And then, of course, Anthony Rivera. Shout out to him as well. He had a show that I want to apologize. I actually want to apologize to Anthony I tried to promote his stream at the end to like direct everybody to his stream because he had his show on afterwards. But I just completely forgot to do it. So if you guys have not checked out the latest Subway to Shea, I actually am halfway through it. I watched it on replay. I'm halfway through it. And I believe, yeah, Ant's great too as well. Plenty of great content creators in this space. Plenty. Yeah, yesterday I was talking in our creator chat. Till Mets do his part, obviously they usually do it at 5:30 on Wednesday. Our show was, an opening day preview with Max Goodman. Shout out to Max Goodman as well. Ours was at 7:30, and then at 9:30 was Subway to Shea. So we all stacked those shows on top of each other. Did not plan it at all. And I told them, I was like, nice work, boys. We did it. We totally did not. We did not coordinate that whatsoever, but we 100% did it. So everybody got the stage. Everyone got to eat. It was a great day yesterday to preview opening day. And now here we are, watching the Mets succeed as a team. Juan Soto leads off the bottom of the second. First pitch from Ramirez sits high. 1-0. The 1-0 is bounced to first base. That's a fair ball. Slowly rolling to first baseman Spencer Horwitz. He steps on the bag. 1 down. All right. So Soto is 1 for 2. He is no longer batting 1,000 on the season. That's a little concerning, isn't it? A little concerning. I don't know how to feel. Here's Bo Bichette. 1 out and nobody on. Yohan Ramirez played a decent role, I'd say, on the Mets 2 years ago. He threw behind Rhys Hoskins when nobody else would. He got suspended, forfeited the roster spot. That's not great. First pitch to Bo Bichette is in for a strike, 0-1. But yeah, Yohan Ramirez, I don't remember his tenure here fondly. The 0-1, that one sits high. Count is even 1-1. Hi, dad of host. Yes. J-Tech, I see you're a Rangers fan. I'm a Rangers fan as well. The two usual hosts are Rangers fans as well. And we vent on their show on Rangers Central, if you have not checked that out as well. I'm plugging everyone today. I'm being very generous. Maybe it's because the Mets are putting off a new vibe this year, And we don't have losers. 1-2. That one is a curveball that misses. And it's 2-2. NBC in shock. Why is Gary, Keith, and Ron not calling this game? I think they're in shock more. It's because it's Skeens. But it wouldn't surprise me if they're like, oh, well, how could the Mets do this without Pete Alonso and Jeff McNeil? You never know. Ooh, rough sweeper in on the hands on Bo Bichette, and he goes chasing for it. And that is a strikeout. 2 down. That'll bring up Polanco. Polanco had an infield hit. That was a little nubber up the third base bag. So he's 1 for 1. First pitch is a curveball that sails across around the strike zone. 1-0. 5-2 here. I guess in the booth is Neil Walker. Neil Walker and Al Leiter. You know what? That's not that bad of a duo right there. I don't know about Adam Ottavino, but 1-0. That is another breaking ball that completely misses. 2-0. Yep. He had to go. Absolutely. 100%. I ain't disagreeing with you. 2-0. Fastball completely misses, and it is 3-0 to Polanco with Robert on deck. Great start, guys, huh? Great start. Let's see if they can continue. I want them to continue to put the hurt on them. Don't just completely disappear. 3-0, that sits high, and it is a 4-pitch walk to Jorge Polanco. Runner at first with 2 out, and that'll bring up Luis Robert, who walked his last time up, showed some really good discipline that we weren't seeing in Chicago. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we're turning a corner here. Wouldn't that be cool? That'd be awesome. Bring down the chase rates just a little bit. That would be fantastic. First pitch to Robert. That one is low, and it's 1-0. Yeah, Yohan Ramirez, I don't remember him as fondly. I remember him having a lot of control issues, refusing to add a cutter. I remember he had that disastrous outing in Cincinnati where Jeremy Hefner did not go out to the mound. What else is new? I know I have to be more specific there. And the 1-0 is in there for a strike, breaking ball. And the count is even 1-1. Polanco with a slight lead off first. Pickoff attempt. Gets back there safely. Nobody has attempted to steal yet. Obviously, we know Anton Richardson no longer the first base coach for the Mets. He is now with the Atlanta Braves. And Gilbert Gomez, who was the manager of the Brooklyn Cyclones, managed them to a championship in High A. That one is grounded to shortstop. Triolo charges it, throws onto first, side retired. So the Mets get a walk, 1 left, do not score, which sucks. But end of 2, 5-2. New York Mets over the Pittsburgh Pirates on opening day. Doesn't seem like we're, Mets came to play. We'll like it. We like it. You knock out Skeens in the first inning. That's usually a good sign. Usually a good sign. Would the old guys do it? I don't know. I don't think they would have, personally. It's a new look, new team. We're moving on. All right. Freddie Peralta. He is at 30 pitches through 2 innings, which, it's all right. I don't know where they're going to cut it off. It probably will be like 85 pitches since it is opening day. Henry Davis will lead off for Pittsburgh. O'Neal Cruz, and then Brandon Lau, who, of course, is responsible for the 2 Pittsburgh runs so far in this game, in for the top of the 3rd. And like I said, if you guys like what you're seeing here, again, I am not the usual play-by-play guy for this. It is usually Matt. Evan and Matt are currently at the game. They will be giving you post-game coverage at about 6:30 tonight for this game, which is going good so far. Going good. Either way, for those of you right now in the chat, make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Looks like we have a 1987 throwback here of Mets versus Pirates. There's Gary Carter. Not sure what that was completely. I wasn't born for it, so I can't really talk about it by experience. But you know what? Henry Davis leads off, takes a fastball outside. 1-0. That one is fouled off, and the count is even 1-1. Slider that kind of chipped his bat. Looks like he's getting a new one. Freddie Peralta, got to see him work a little bit quick. Maybe a little bit quick inning here. Maybe get out another inning of what he's projected to do. I think at this point he's gonna probably pitch into the 6th inning at this rate, at the rate that he's going here. 6th inning maybe. 5 1/3 at the rate we're going, typically. But great start here. Great start. The 1-1 to Henry Davis. Ooh, I would challenge that. That one is a fastball that apparently just missed. And apparently it was not a call that was sold. Okay. 2-1. Fastball in. That was grounded to third base. Bo Bichette wide throw. But Polanco gets the tag on him. 1 down. You got to watch the throw, Bo. Watch the arm. We've already talked about this plenty on our show. The main concern is the arm here. I think that the lateral is good for third base. He can get to the ball quickly, but the throws he's got to watch the throws. So, either way, 1 down. So here's Oneil Cruz, top of the lineup. Cruz had a bloop single his first time up as the first batter of the game. First pitch, like we said, he does have a decent career against Freddie Peralta, as he faced him a lot while he was in Milwaukee. First pitch is in there for a strike. Looks like a makeup call, because that one looked a little bit outside. The 0-1, swing and a miss at the breaking ball. And it's 0-2 quickly against Cruz. Let's see the adjustments that are made here by Peralta so far. Not bad. Like we said, single to fourth scored a run on Brandon Lowe, who's on deck. His 2-run homer that opened up the scoring, but then the Mets went haywire in the bottom of that inning. The 0-2 curveball that missed, and it's 1-2. Oneil Cruz, we all know how freaking hard he can hit the ball. We all know how hard he can throw the ball. Hasn't really completely panned out, but we know that there's still something there. 1-2. That one is a changeup that is low, and the count's even once again. 2-2. All right, Freddie. The 2-2. Checks his swing. Did he go? No, he did not, and it's a full count. All right, so the pitch count getting... he held up. I think he held up. That was close. Appeal, no swing. Thanks for that graphic, NBC. Didn't see that the umpire went like this. Thanks. Yeah, I'm not impressed with this Peacock broadcast. Full count, slapped, foul to the left field seats. We'll do it again. Three-two. Ooh, it looks like they're challenging that one. That one's in there. It looked like it was in there for a strike. It looks like they called ball 4. The challenge. Let's see. And they were correct. Who challenged that? Was that Alvarez or Peralta? Who challenged that? But that is a strikeout there. So that is the 5th strikeout of the day for Peralta. We like that. We like that. And Oneil Cruz took off his shin guard, tossed his bat, thought he was going to first base, but he's not. Here's Brandon Lowe. Lowe, his last time opened up the scoring. Lowe lifts one in the air to right field. Back goes Benj at the track, at the wall. It is gone into the bullpen. Once again, Brandon Lowe strikes, and they cut the Mets lead to 5-3. Wow, that was a missile. Towering shot. 401 to the bullpen. And once again, Brandon Lowe gets Freddie Peralta. Wow. That was a nuke. Dear Lord. Okay. Jeez. Here's Reynolds. First pitch is in there for a strike at a fastball, 95 miles an hour. Wow. Okay. Brandon Lowe. I know that the Mets were kind of interested in him. They ended up with Simeon, obviously. The 0-1. That one's low. Slider. Lots of scoring today. Lots of scoring. Lot of scoring. That one's blooped to left field, and that is going to fall fast, but it's going to be cut off by Soto in left field to hold him to a single. Nicely done by Soto. And that's the 4th hit of the game for Pittsburgh. All right, well, can't win them all, right, guys? Can't win them all. But either way, here is Marcell Ozuna. He struck out his last time up. First pitch in for a strike at 96 miles an hour. Velo is definitely up for Peralta. He seemed to have a little bit of a velo spike down in spring, but looks like there's some adrenaline here. Fastball Freddie is throwing his fastballs. That one's outside. 1-1. Lined into center field. Robert got a good jump on it. Falls down, but he makes the catch. And the side is retired. But the Pittsburgh Pirates do inch a little bit closer. It is now 5-3 Mets after 2.5. All right, well, I guess we're going to have to get into a slugging match. I don't know. But we will see how long they push Freddie Peralta. Definitely giving you a high volume in strikeouts here. Getting hit hard a little bit. But we will see. We will see. It will be Beatty, Simeon, Benj. Due up for the Mets here in the bottom of the 3rd. All right, well, listen. You can't have them all, I guess. Freddie not looking sharp. Freaking Lau, man. Wow. Always that one player, I know. Yeah, good challenge there by Alvarez. Yeah, not the best pitch. I think Freddie's missed with a few so far. Not ideal. However, he's got his offense to back him up right now. Let's see if let's start to attack once again. Let's keep going. I don't want to just see one bunch of runs in the first inning. Let's continue this. Continue the adjustments. I know Skeens is out of the game. It's a new pitcher, but this is Yohan Ramirez. We know how bad he is. Let's be real for a second. All right. All right. Give me some more runs. That's all I ask. And San is agreeing here in the chat. Give us some more runs. For those of you in here, make sure to hit the like button if you have not already. We are doing watch-alongs and post-game streams throughout the entirety of this season. So you'll have 161 more of these. Brett Beatty will lead off the 3rd for the Mets. First pitch is in for a strike at the belt, and it's 0-1. So make sure to subscribe if you have not already. Post-game coverage from Evan and Matt around 6:30 tonight for this game. This is one of those rare occurrences. And Freddie wants us to pay him big. The nerve. Yeah. He wants a long-term deal, looks like. So we'll see. We will see. It's 0-2 to Beatty. Looks like he's getting a new bat. Batty is getting a new bat. That's the dumbest joke I will make today. I promise. The 0-2 sweeper sits high, and it's 1-2. Beatty, of course, had that 3-run triple in the first inning where the Mets completely batted around. Good way to start the season for the, what is this? This is its third year now? Third year in the majors, third full year in the majors. Fourth? Third. 23, 24. Fourth. Damn. It's been around for a while. One-two to Beatty. Fastball high, and the count's even 2-2. Wow. What an offense. That's just horrible, right? 2-2. Fouled away on the fist, and that'll go out of play. Beatty coming off of a good spring, like he usually does. But you want to see it translate to regular season play. That was one way to do it in the first inning. Inside, and it's a full count to Beatty. Semien on deck. Three-two, swing and a miss at a high fastball. And he strikes out Beatty. One down. And that will bring up Marcus Semien, who I guess, are we counting it as a hit? I guess, right? Semien is 2 for 2. Or excuse me, 1 for 1. What's his name's 1 for 2. Semien is 1 for 1 on the day. He had an RBI, so I guess we're calling it that, on a dropped pop-up. First pitch to Semien is in there for a strike. Saying the temperature is 70 degrees. That's not bad for late March weather in New York. Not bad. 0-1 is a hot shot right back to Yohan Ramirez. He throws over to first, and he throws wide. It goes all the way to the side stanchion. Semien goes to second on the error. I guess they're going to call that another hit because it looked like he would have beaten it out anyway. But Semien also advances to second on the error. So I think they're going to call that an infield single, a throwing error on the pitcher, and he advanced to second on the throw. So you have a hit and an error. So that's the Mets' 5th hit and the Pirates' first error. If you guys are following along. He's looking for the scoring decision here. All right, so Carson Bench in here with a runner in scoring position. Bench 0 for 1 so far in his debut. The 1-0, big swing at it, foul tipped it right in front of the catcher. 1-1. Marcus Semien having a little bit of a luck-induced day, but he's definitely hitting the cover off the ball. One to Benj. That is a breaking ball that bends in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Benj, of course, the first-round pick back in 2024, made the opening day roster after a fantastic minor league season last year. Didn't do much in AAA, but he made the roster out of after a great spring training. That one's fouled away. There's Carlos Mendoza. They're showing them as Yankees. There's Neil Walker as a Yankee. Okay. Cool. Connections, guys. Connections. They saw each other and knew each other for 1 year. Good stuff, Peacock. 1-2 to Benj. He goes after that sweeper. Fouls it away. Staying in there. Ramirez having just as tough of a time here as Skeens did. He's up to 33 pitches already. The 34th here, 1-2, swing and a miss. And that is Ramirez's third strikeout, 2 down. All right, well, listen. I'm not expecting the bat to completely translate right now. He looked a little uncomfortable with that swing again, but listen, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Here's Alvarez, the 9-hole hitter. He was hit by a pitch his last time up to continue the inning and turn over the lineup in the first. First pitch, inside. Sinker at 96 miles an hour. It's 1-0. Alvarez was hit by the pitch, and he did not get injured. It was in a protective part of his body. That is improvement in comparison to what we've seen over these last 2 years. 1-0. That is a strike. Henry Davis checked on the runner at second. Semien gets back there safely. And it is 1-1. One to Alvarez. Lifted high in the air to left field. Not deep whatsoever, though. Reynolds is under it, makes the catch in shallow left field, and that will end 3 innings here in Queens. 5-3 Mets. We go to the 4th. All right, Freddie. Gonna need a quick inning here. Quick inning. That would be nice. We'd appreciate it. Please and thank you. Ask nicely, people. Ask nicely. It will be O'Hearn, Triolo, and Horwitz due up in the 4th for the Pirates. Whoops. Gonna need more runs and donuts. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah, I don't think Andrew's available right now, but maybe he's having donuts at this current moment. You never know. You just never know. Either way, for those of you in here, make sure to like the stream if you have not already. Subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. Turn on those post notifications because we're going to be live for every single game and post-game coverage this year, hosted regularly by Evan and Matt. Like I said, post-game coverage will be later because they are currently at the game, and they will cover it in post-game fashion this time around. Ryan O'Hearn will lead off for Pittsburgh. Top of the 4th. Mets up 5-3 here on opening day here at Citi Field. Oh, I just saw a Cheeto Bear commercial. Look at him. Can't believe we let that go. Can you believe it? How could they? There's Bryce Harper. I'm just commentating a commercial right now. Cheeto Bear looking cute in that Orioles jersey. They're interviewing Carlos Mendoza in the middle of the game. Don't we just love when they do this? Third season as a Mets manager. 20 games over 500 as a manager. So that's good, right? But we've seen plenty of slow starts. First pitch, grounded to Peralta. Grounded to Polanco, excuse me. 2 P words. Grounded to Polanco. He steps on the bag himself, calls off Peralta, 1 out. Looking at Robert, he's got a 88 chain around his neck, similar to what Cespedes had. Didn't he have the 52? So channeling his inner Cespedes, maybe? Just don't get chased by a wild boar. First pitch to Triolo is a strike. 0-1. Peralta had 51 pitches. Like you said, it would be ideal for him to pitch into the 6th inning. The 0-1. Slider misses. Count is even 1-1. All the Mets scoring happened in the 5th inning against Pulse in the 1st inning. 5 runs in the 1st inning against Paul Skeens, knocking him out very early. The 2-1 fouled away. And the count's even 2-2. Freddie Peralta, as they're showing a graphic on the screen, is one of 2 pitchers with 300-plus strikeouts in each of the last 3 seasons. Dylan Cease is the other. Dylan Cease got a big 8-year deal from Toronto. 2-2 is chopped towards Lindor. Lindor charging it, throws on to first in time, 2 away. Nice charge there from Lindor. We know that the surgery he had was in his left hand, so he's definitely good to throw. That's good. I don't know if he felt a little pain with that ball going into his palm, obviously, because that's the catching hand. But we'll see. Listen, there's gonna be some rough ABs from Lindor. I'm totally expecting that. But we all know the reason as to why. But we know that once he is, fully healed, we'll get him into full swing, which is when we need him in the stretch of this season. The 1-0, that one sits high, and it's 2-0 to Spencer Horwitz. Peralta has not really been falling behind hitters as much. Thrown a lot of strikes. Some to his demise, especially Brandon Lau, who took him deep twice already today. 2-0 from Freddie to Horwitz. That one is lifted in the air towards shallow left field. Soto is under it. Side retired. A 1-2-3 inning for Peralta. Definitely needed that. Middle of the 4th. It is 5-3. New York Mets. All right, top of the order due up. Mason Montgomery will come in to relief Yohan Ramirez, who did a decent job in mop-up duty for Paul Skeens, a known terrible pitcher who got knocked out in the first inning by the Mets offense after they punched Us, at the top of the inning, we punched back even harder. That's what we liked. That's what we like to see. Something we didn't see that much last year, may I add. And I'm going to continue to say it. Lindor will lead off. He's going to be batting right-hander with Mason Montgomery being a left-handed pitcher. Lindor struggled a lot from the right side of the plate, possibly because of that hamate bone, so we'll see how he fares well here. Just trying to make this as live as I can here. Maybe switch this over so it's always on. There we go. All right, we are back. Like I said, Mason Montgomery is going to come in. Third Pittsburgh pitcher already. Start off the bottom of the fourth. Francisco Lindor will lead off. Lindor, as we all know, laboring a little bit with that injury, like we said, to his hand. Might affect a little bit of his power to start off the season. But listen, we're willing to wait for it as long as you also have this deep lineup and you see what they're doing right now. They're going to be just fine. Montgomery misses with the first two pitches, and it's 2-0 to Lindor with Soto on deck and then Bichette here in the fourth for the Mets. 2-0. That 2-0 is inside. Fastball, 97 miles an hour. And Montgomery falls behind 3-0 on Soto on deck. 3-0. That is a letter high strike. And it is 3-1. Be interesting to see again. What is the leash going to be on Peralta? 3-1. That one's outside, and that is the second walk of the day for Francisco Lindor, trying to contribute anywhere that he can. Again, like we said, with that surgery, we'll see what the production looks like to start off the season. It may be a little bit slow, but you can get you a walk, swipe you a base as well with the speed he's got. That would be awesome. Would be awesome. He can definitely contribute in that way. Here is Juan Soto. Juan is 1 for 2 so far. He singled. He scored a run on that Brett Baty bases clearing triple. First pitch to Juan is fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-1. Juan Soto in his second year of a 15-year contract that he signed with the Mets last offseason. First year did not go so well for the team. His MVP candidate finished third. Definitely not the, Juan Soto levels for a majority of the season, even though he almost had a 40-40. Isn't that weird to say that he almost had a 40-40 season, and it still was not the best that you possibly could have saw from Juan Soto? That's how amazing of a player he is. The pitch, swing and a miss at a heater in the bottom part of the zone. And it's 1-2. Looks like we're having some scoreboard issues with Peacock here. A lot of walks so far for Pittsburgh pitching. They've walked 4. They've hit a batter, I believe, and they had 2 infield screw-ups. So self-inflicted wounds right there. But the Mets are taking advantage. That one is chopped foul. Still 1-2. I know this Mason Montgomery guy can throw some heat. He can touch, almost triple digits, I'm pretty sure. One, two. Breaking ball. Looks like it caught the finger of Henry Davis there, but he was able to block it. Lindor goes nowhere, and it's 2-2. The 2-2. Fouled away, and we'll do it again. Two. That one is low, and a full count to Soto. Pickoff attempt, and Lindor gets back there safely. And that's ball 4 to Soto. Back-to-back walks to start off the fourth for the Mets, and that'll bring up Bo Bichette, the RISP king, the situational hitting king. Bo brought in the Mets' first run. That one's fouled away in the first, and it started the rally. Some great situational hitting. As we all know, Bo Bichette is good at it. He's very, very good at it. Let's see if he can cash in here. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Oof, that was one nasty fastball right there. 0-2. Oh-2 on the way. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, 99 from Montgomery. And that's one away. And that'll bring us to Jorge Polanco. Polanco had an infield hit his first time up. He walked his next time up. Let's see what he can do here, this time from the right side. So his first right-handed hitting plate appearance as a member of the New York Mets. Ooh. It's exciting. Runners at first and second with one out. Polanco steps into the box, does a little shimmy. Montgomery sets, and he looks to pick off at second base, but Soto is not going Lindor is not going anywhere. Lindor dives back in there head first. Pretty sure with the right hand. First pitch to Polanco is in the dirt, stopped by Henry Davis. Runners go nowhere. Horwitz is not covering first base at all. Soto with a huge lead off first. 1-0, foul back. One. That one is outside. Fastball 2-1. Luis Robert on deck. Two one, lifted into the air into left center field. O'Neal Cruz, this time he has it on the warning track, makes the catch. Lindor goes back to second. A little bit of a misjudge there. And 2 out and 2 on. Guys, let's not risk fail here. Come on, we started off so great. That'll bring up Luis Robert. So Lindor went halfway and does not advance. That'll bring up Luis Robert. Swings and misses at a curveball down at his shoes. 0-1. O'Neill Cruz having some difficulty in there that first inning defensively, but he makes the catch there. So there it is. The 0-1 checks his swing. Did he go? No, he did not. I hate these one-and-done innings. Can they score more runs? Yes, I would love for that to happen. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Yeah, that was another tendency they seem to have, but, we'll see here. 1-1, swing and a miss. 1-2. This Montgomery guy's got some good stuff, man. He's a little wild, but he's got some good stuff. The 1-2. Just got a piece of it, and we'll do it again. Come on, Bobbert. The 1-2. Grounded to the right side, past the shortstop Triolo. Lindor will come in to score. Soto will go to second. It's an RBI single for Luis Robert Jr., and it is 6-3 New York. Great piece of hitting there from Luis Robert Jr., taking advantage of back-to-back walks to start off the inning. And the Mets are back up by 3. Beautiful. Love it. Situational hitting. How about that? What happened to that, guys? Where has that been for a while? But we love it. Better late than never, right? Better late than never. Either way, trying to upgrade the scoreboard here, but here is Beatty, who had the big exclamation point hit in the first, a 3-run triple to give the Mets the lead, and they haven't given it back since. Runners at first and second once again, like I said. Here's another opportunity for Beatty. Pile it on, guys. Pile it on. Skeens is not in the game. This is Beatty's first plate appearance against a lefty. And that one sits high, 1-1. Oh, whoops. My bad, guys. This is what I meant to do. Mets coming out swinging here in the first game on opening day. Very refreshing. Very refreshing. One, two to Beatty. Takes low. 3-1. Some really good ABs from Beatty today. Okay, listen, guys. I know I get on Beatty a lot. All right, I get it. But he's had some really good ABs today. I can't lie. All right, we give credit where it's due. Just not on Twitter because I have to troll the shit out of people. It's just my duty. Okay, I don't get paid to tweet. All right, I don't get paid to tweet. So. That's just fair. That's just friendly fire, okay? Full count to Beatty, the payoff pitch. Strike 3 called right down the middle. Looks like Beatty was hunting for a breaking ball. And just like that, after I said he has had some good ABs, he pulls something like that. This is why I can't give credit to him. I can't do it. Either way, we go to the 5th, 6-3. New York Mets on opening day. There we go. All right, so we'll see how long they push Freddie Peralta. After all, it is opening day. We have a 162-game season to play, so I don't think they're going to be pushing him past 100 pitches, possibly not even past 90, which, you know what, is completely fine. Completely fine. We will see what we get in long relief. We will see what the bullpen decisions are as we go to the fifth. It is going to be Gonzalez, Henry Davis, and Oneil Cruz. So 8, 9, and 1, due up. This is looked fantabulous so far. Guys, if you're in here, make sure to like the stream. If you guys are watching on Twitter, we prefer you come over to YouTube, the Mets Weekly channel. We are live there. There's a vertical version of the stream. There's also a horizontal version of the stream, whichever you prefer. And we are live at this current point. Make sure to like the stream if you have not already. Subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Do not miss every single regular season game that's going to have a watch along. I am definitely pumped up for these night games that are coming up in San Francisco because you guys might get a full crew. So get excited for that. We're going to crack plenty of jokes here. Going to be plenty of banter. Hope you guys enjoy what is coming out and what is in store here. Oops. There is Davey Johnson, the late Mets manager, who passed away back in September of last year. They are wearing a Davey patch to honor him. We talked about that yesterday on the podcast. Freddie Peralta back out there for the fifth inning. First pitch is a breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Gonzalez. Gonzalez bloops one into shallow right field. Benj will play it on a hop, and it's a lead-off hit for Gonzalez, and that'll bring up Henry Davis. That one is slashed down the third base line past a diving Bichette, and it'll go all the way to the corner. Soto picks it up, has a little trouble picking it up, and a run will score. And it is 6-4 New York Mets. So a little bit of eye on that pitch count there for Peralta. Not ideal. And that is Pittsburgh's sixth hit of the game, and it is 6-4. So not the sharpest outing here from Freddie Peralta. Not ideal. Not missing as many bats as you would like him to. But has a lead to work with. Swing and a miss to Oneil Cruz on the first pitch to him. Plenty of ball game left, so we're going to have to see a little bit more offense, it seems like, to stay in this game. One misses, and it's 1-1 to Oneil Cruz. One, swing and a miss at a changeup. 1-2. The 1-2 slapped foul at a curveball that was reached for by Oneil Cruz. And it's still 1-2. Carol in here saying LGM. Absolutely. Guys, if you're new, once again, if you are new here, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. This is not just an opening day special thing. We are doing this throughout the entire season. All 162 games will have a watch-along stream and it will have post-game coverage. Swing and a miss at a foul tip, I believe. That's 6 strikeouts for Peralta, and also O'Neill Cruz lost his bat. 1 away. What? Okay. Here's Brandon Lowe, who's having himself quite a day. And he grounds one, foul. A 2-run homer in the first inning, and a solo shot in the third. He is 2 for 2. Once again, he will face Freddie Peralta. Let's see if Freddie can finally get some redemption here, because his pitch count's pretty low still. So they're obviously going to have him face him. So Peralta, you're going to have to make some adjustments here. Swing and a miss at a slider that maybe caught a little bit too much of the zone, but it's a strike nonetheless. 0-2. The 0-2, that one is outside. 1-2. All right, this is a big AB here. Tying run at the plate is already homered twice. The 1-2. Poked foul. Change up. Goes into the seats. We'll do it again. 4 players have hit 3 home runs in a season opener. Matt Davidson was the last for the White Sox in 2018. Some useless information for everybody. I wonder who the other 3 are, to be honest. 1-2. That one is bounced. Slider that completely missed. Count is even 2-2. No advance by Henry Davis at second. Not the sharpest start from Freddie, like we said already. But he's still been efficient enough to where his pitch count is not as high. Maybe he can pitch into the 6th. 2-2. Curveball completely missed its range, and it's a full count to Lowe. Peralta obviously being very, very careful, considering Lowe has got him twice already. Three-two, payoff pitch, grounded to the right side. Simeon charges, uses 2 hands, throws on to first. And Brandon Lowe has been retired by Freddie Peralta. Round of applause, everyone. In his 3rd try. 2 home run day for Brandon Lowe. Wow. First pitch to Reynolds, runner at third, as the runner did advance. 2 out, first pitch is in for a strike. Reynolds is 1 for 2 today. He singled in the 2nd inning. The 0-1, chopped foul, and he's quickly ahead 0-2. Peralta at 76 pitches. Tobias Myers, his fellow teammate that he was traded over with from Milwaukee, is warming up in the pen. Looks like Freddie is likely going to start the 6th, I would guess. We'll see how long he goes. The 0-2 misses. And it looked like Peralta lost his footing a little bit there. And it's 1-2. Bro thinks he's a commentator. Actually, I'm doing play-by-play. Color commentary is actually the other guy in the booth. So, bro thought he cooked there. Right back at you. One, two. Sits low. And check swing over to third. He did not go. All right. Mario, you're the first time out of the season. Have a good day, buddy. All right. Time is called. Two. Misses, curveball in the dirt, and it is a full count to Reynolds. Runner at third, 2 out. Time is called once again. Alvarez comes back out to the mound to regroup with Peralta. It's a big pitch right here. He's at 79 pitches. Again, we will see how far they go. Will he do another up down? I don't know at this rate. We'll see. But Tobias Myers can definitely go both multiple innings, so we'll see. 52 strikes on the day from Freddie Peralta. He's been very, very efficient. However, little tattooed by the home run ball. All right. Runner at third, full count. 3-2. Swing and a miss at a slider out of the batter's box. And that will retire the side. That is 5 innings from Freddie Peralta. Not the sharpest. However, still in this game. So... All right, so off to the bottom of the 5th. It is 6-3, New York. All right, I would like to continue to pile it on. How about that? Be nice. You got Semien, Benj, and Alvarez. We will see what they do with Benj. Do they have him face the lefty? I imagine so, right? I don't even know why I'm asking that question. Who the hell would they put in there? Would it be Vientos? No, it wouldn't. It'd be probably Tyrone Taylor, to be honest. Yeah. I know it's the first game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have an off day tomorrow. So that's definitely, you know, something that's an added bonus. You have an off day tomorrow, which I mean, I guess they have that off day in case there's like a rain delay or rain in opening day and they have to move the event because, you know, again, they have the festivities, of course, of opening day. There's a lot of moving parts for it. Semien steps in here, like batting 7th. He has a 2-hit game. Not the prettiest of hits, but hits nonetheless. Nonetheless, that one misses low and inside, 1-1. Yeah, we got an off day tomorrow, so we'll see. Tobias Myers likely can go 2 innings, maybe get you 4 outs, something like that. Fly ball to center field. Cruz moves back, shading his eyes, makes the catch. 1 out. That will bring up Carson Bench. Bench in his major league debut is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Definitely has looked like a rookie today, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Like we said, he doesn't need to set the world on fire. We said this on our show. He's the bottom part of the order. You got plenty of hitters in this lineup. Deep lineup. First pitch is fouled away, and it's 0-1. Bench, 23 years old. Number 16th ranked via MLB.com pipeline. It's not prospect rankings, Peacock. Get it right. It's called Pipeline. Keeping them in check, man. I'm not pleased with this. I'm not pleased with this Peacock stream. I'm not pleased. 1-1 fouled away. Gonzalez goes for a look, but that one's out of play. The 1-2. Check swing. He did not go. The ball bounces away from Henry Davis. And the count's even 2-2. Fouled away. And we'll do it again. Youngster staying in there. Two to Bench. That one's high. And it's a full count. Alvarez on deck in the 9 hole. The 3-2 fouled away once again. Bench staying in there. Three-two. Inside, ball 4, and Carson Bench has his first career walk. Yay. And looks like that'll be it for Montgomery. He will be replaced by Isaac Matson, 30-year-old right-hander, coming off a decent year out of the bullpen last year for Pittsburgh. Runner at first, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Matson coming on. All right, so it'll be Matson, right-handed hitter, and Alvarez. Yeah, we'll see who they have available to go out there for the 6th. I think Freddie Peralta might start the 6th. I don't know. We have no idea. Has he gotten the handshakes yet? I don't know. I must have missed it if he has. But either way, let me just check Twitter real quick. Oh, yeah. Never mind. I'm not going to check Twitter. Screw that. Never mind. Bottom of the 5th. Those of you in here, make sure to hit that like button if you have not already. We would really appreciate it. Like I said before, 6:30 Eastern time tonight, post-game coverage of this game. that will be hosted by Evan and Matt here on the Mets Weekly channel. I am just a fill-in play-by-play for opening day because they are currently at the game right now. So you'll get the fan favorites. The new fan favorites, shall we say. All the links are in the description. Make sure to go follow everyone, of course. Isaac Madsen, like I said, will come in relief for Montgomery. Last year, had a really good season, 2.45 earned run average out of the bullpen for the Pirates. He'll face Alvarez with a runner at first and 1 out. First pitch to Alvarez is a fastball right down the middle, 0-1. Alvarez was hit by the pitch in his first AB. Did not get hurt, so we call that progress. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball at 95 miles an hour. And it's quickly 0-2. The 0-2 to Alvarez. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Madsen sets. He fires 0-2. Line the other way to right field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Benj pulls in at second, and we've got 2 on with 1 out. And that will flip over the order for Francisco Lindor. Great piece of hitting there by Francisco Alvarez. It was a falling away running fastball that he took to the opposite field. That's when you do go to the opposite field. That's when you do. So that'll bring up Lindor. Lindor is 0 for 1, but he has walked twice, and he has scored 2 runs as well. First pitch is outside, and it's 1-0. Lindor, like we said, something to monitor with that hamate bone surgery that he is still recovering from. The 1-0 just nicks the top right corner, and the count is even 1-1. Runners at first and second with 1 out. The 1-1 to Lindor. That one's outside, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 sits high, and it's 3-1 to Lindor. You don't want to walk Lindor because we all know who's on deck. (3-1), and he does just that. That loads the bases. Ball 4 to Lindor. 1 out still here in the inning, and that will bring up the generational Juan with the bases loaded, with nowhere to put him. Juan, do your thing. Juan calls time. Soto. Boy, this would be quite a moment on opening day, wouldn't it? It was one big swing from the superstar Juan Soto. Would that be great? First pitch to Soto. That one's low. Change up. 1-0. Soto is 1 for 2 today. He had a single. He walked. He's also scored a run. The 1-0. That one's outside. 2-0. Bases loaded, 2-0, swing and a miss at a high fastball. And it's 2-1. You got nowhere to put Soto. Bichette on deck. The 2-1. Slash through the vacated space into left field. Bench scores. Alvarez goes to third. Everyone moves up a base. Lindor goes to second. And in standing at first with an RBI single is Juan Soto. And the Mets now lead 7-4. Mets once again taking advantage of mistakes that we saw in the first inning. Let's continue to pile it on. I don't just want that, not just one run. Continue to step on their necks, to not be so violent. Let's be real. Here's Bo Bichette. First pitch misses, and it's 1-0. Bases are still loaded here in the bottom of the fifth. Mets lead 7-4 here on opening day. One-zero is fouled away. And it's 1-1. A bunt. It looks like the corners are in. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not a big bunting fan. Sorry. That one is high. 2-1. Bo Bichette has an RBI today on a sacrifice fly. Struck out in the other two plate appearances, so he's 0 for 2. The 2-1 is fouled away. No, excuse me. Swung on and missed. Looks like he fouled that away. Yeah, okay. My bad. Mets with 7 runs home so far. 8 hits, no errors. Pirates 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. 2-2 to Bichette. Fouled away. Two. Slashed foul once again, and we will do it again. Bichette being quite the pest here. As we all know, the high contact bat that he is. If he's healthy, you can write in 200 hits for him. Another RBI situation for him. The Mets are 4 for 11 with runners in scoring position today, which is pretty damn good in comparison to last year. I can't lie. 2-2. Fouled away again. Now about to be the 8th pitch of this at-bat. Bases loaded, 1 out. 2-2 to Bichette. And he fouls it away again. Now comes the 9th pitch of this at-bat. Really making Matson work here. packed crowd, man. It is packed there at Citi Field. Mets fans, you guys showed out for this one. Bases loaded, 2-2. Slashed foul once again. And Bo keeps on fighting them off. Keeps challenging him with fastballs. 2-2 again. Fouled away. Jesus Christ. 10 pitches this at bat. 7 foul balls. What a pest Bo Bichette has been. Now the 11th pitch coming from Matson to Bichette. 2-2. Fouled away again, and there will be an 11th. Keeps challenging him with fastballs. It's been all fastballs, minus 1 changeup on the 8th pitch in this AB. About to be the 12th pitch of this AB with the bases loaded. 2-2, fouled away again. And there's going to be a 13th pitch. I think the crowd's starting to realize the fight that's being put up here by Bo Bichette. Really making Matson work here. Two once again. Swung on and missed at a mislocated slider, and Bo Bichette goes down on strikes. 2 away. However, that was one hell of an AB. One hell of a battle. Wow. 13 pitch AB by Bo Bichette. That'll bring up Polanco. Bases loaded, 2 out. First pitch is low. Matson really had to work there. Quite a battle there by Bichette. Did he swing at ball 3 there? Definitely. But, hey, what are you going to do? 1-0. That one's low as well. 2-0 to Polanco. Bases loaded. You've got Robert on deck, who already has driven in a run. Last time he was up in the 4th. And now it's 3-0 to Polanco with nowhere to put him. Robert on deck, bases loaded, 3-0 to Polanco with 2 out. Mets leading 7-4 here in the 5th. Polanco is now set. Matson the 3-0. Outside, ball 4, and that's going to force in a run. Mets lead 8-4. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Francisco Alvarez will come in to score, and the Mets lead 8-4. Wow. Here's Robert, and he fouls off the first pitch, still with the bases loaded. Eight to 4 New York. How many did they score on opening day last year? I think it was in Houston, right? The 0-1, that one Misses completely. Too high. Counts even 1-1 with the bases loaded. Beatty on deck, who has already had a pretty good day. The 1-1. A dribbler that gets past the pitcher Matson, and he does not cover in time. Robert reaches first safely. That's a run batted in for him. Lindor comes in to score, and it is now 9-4 New York. Well, the ball is just finding grass today for the Mets. I guess they counting that as a hit? Yep, I guess they are. All right. That's now the 9th hit for the Mets. Their 9th run as well. And the bases are still loaded. Now for Brett Beatty, who, with the bases loaded last time in the first inning, delivered the keynote to give the Mets the lead. They have not given it back since. A 3-run triple. And Beatty is having himself a day. Not one game like this last year. Correct. You're right. They didn't show any fight. And y'all wanted to keep that team around. Crazy, man. Crazy. 1-0 to Beatty. That one's low, and it's 2-0. Beatty is spitting on pitches today, man. I can't even joke, man. Beatty, come on, man. You're not letting me joke about you. Justin Lawrence getting warmed up in the pen for Pittsburgh. Former right-hander from Colorado. Looks like the pitching coach is on the mound. Fuck you. Yeah, I said it, Ibby. What are you going to do about it? You're all the way down there in the chat. I'm here. Nah, Ibby, I love you. We love all of our fellow creators here. Yep. Listen, we talked about it. And the great brown bear, including myself. Yeah, but it's a business. They had to move on. It's true. And look, is it greener pastures here? Greener tomorrow? Look what we're seeing right here. They just beat up one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. Knocked him out in the first inning. 2-0 to Beatty. Lifted high in the air to left field. Reynolds is under it. And that will retire the side. However, the Mets get 3 more. Going off into the 6th. I'm going to guess Peralta's not going to go out there for a 6th because he definitely had a lot of time to sit there in the dugout. So I think that's likely going to be his day, but I wouldn't be shocked if they had him start off the 6th. So who knows? All right, let me... All right. Looks like Tobias Myers is going to take the mound, so that is going to be the day for Freddie Peralta. Not as sharp as you would like, but again, 5 innings, 4 earned runs, 6 hits. I don't think he walked anyone. He did not walk anyone. 6 strikeouts on 80 pitches. So definitely something you can cap him off at in the first game of the season. Peralta's had better days, but that's an offense that picks you up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it is a team. It is a team sport. Paulie S. I guess that's what we can refer to him as. Marcell Ozuna will lead off against Tobias Myers. In the 6th, day is done for Freddie Peralta. Once again, like I said, after this game, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Evan and Matt, post-game coverage on this game from opening day. And you may be wondering, wait, they're not here. How can they be expertise on this game? Well, they're actually at the game, so they're seeing it firsthand. So they will be coming back, and they will be recording a post-game later. So make sure to tune in to that. They will be breaking down everything that you guys need to know from this game. Off day tomorrow, so definitely not, completely ideal to burn the entire bullpen, but there's a little bit of wiggle room here as the Mets are up by 5. 5 and done for Peralta, not the sharpest day like we said, but you also have Myers who can go multiple innings as well, who was acquired from Milwaukee along with Peralta. Who I'm also very excited for because he is someone who throws a lot of strikes and he makes quick work of a lot of hitters. So hopefully this can help. Maybe a Trevor Williams type of role where he knows how to locate. Maybe not the best stuff, but he knows how to locate. 1-1 to Ozuna. That one's a curveball outside. And it's 2-1. Yeah, they're showing the comparison there. The first reigning Cy Young Award winner to not complete the first inning of their first start the next year. So that's historic. Ozuna pops it up. Lindor is under it, backpedaling a little bit, calling everybody else off in the triangle, and he makes the catch. 1 away. That'll bring up O'Hearn. Nice catch there by Lindor. Yeah, Tobias Myers he's a solid pitcher, definitely. I don't know how I feel about him maybe making, some spot starts, because I don't know. As a starter, he's been rocky. But again, he's starter depth, and he's also bullpen long relief. So both things that you need in a 162 game season. So all for it. And I think he has control through like 2031, 2030. So he's going to be here for a while. But Myers misses, and now he's behind 2-0 to O'Hearn. Myers comes from a very over-the-top type of motion. So I definitely I'm curious as to how he does able to throw strikes as much with that delivery. He's fallen behind 3-0 right here to Ryan O'Hearn. 3-0, strike at the knees, and it's 3-1. Definitely a hitter's count here. Lifted high in the air, and that'll go into the third base seats, behind the dugout. And it's a full count to Ryan O'Hearn. Three-two, lifted high in the air to left field. Back goes Soto onto the track at the wall. It is gone. An opposite field home run for Ryan O'Hearn, his first in a Pirates uniform and his first of the year. And that cuts the Mets lead to 9-5. So not the best pitching performance here by the Mets. But again, like we said, the offense is picking it up. But Ryan O'Hearn and Brandon Lowe, two off-season additions by the Pirates, making a great first impression here on opening day. And the guys coming over here from Milwaukee, getting a little snake bitten by the home run ball. Not something that you like to see, but hey, what can you do? What can you do? Here's Triolo. Triolo's 0 for 2. 9-5, New York. Curveball is low. So Myers having a little bit of trouble with his command here. Not something that he's usually known for. The 2-0 lifted high in the air to center field. Robert eases to his left, makes the catch with Benj right behind him, calls him off. 2 down. That'll bring up Spencer Horwitz, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Definitely a slugging fest here. First pitch to Horwitz is in there for a strike. The 0-1. That looked like a strike, but it was not able to be held by Alvarez. The 1-1 is popped up. Bo Bichette coming in on the infield grass to make the catch. Side retired. So the Pirates do get a run. However, Myers limits the damage. Nothing else after that. Recovers. Middle of the 6th. 9-5, New York on opening day. Run prevention philosophy taking some time to bed in. Yeah. Listen. But we do like run production, and we've got a 9 spot here. I'm definitely not worried about the pitching, to be honest. I think they have enough depth. It's all really about them staying healthy. The offense is what you got to look out for. With a lot more, you want to see a little bit more of a killer instinct from this offense. Because last year, 0-70 when behind after 8 innings. Yeah, that shows lack of dog. Lack of dog. Like I said, after this game, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Evan and Matt will be hosting post-game coverage of this game. So make sure to tune in for that, as we are likely going to be live pretty much every single day, sometimes twice, on the Mets Weekly channel throughout the entire season. Watch-alongs. It's going to be a blast, so make sure to stay tuned for those. Maybe we'll have some special guests on here to watch some games and chill with us. You never know. Justin Lawrence will come in for the 6th. All right, well, you know what? I mean, when was first pitch, guys? When was first pitch? Was it 1:15 exactly scheduled? First pitch was 1:21. So we're over 2 hours already. We're into the 6th inning. So, yeah, this is relatively a long game. However, a combined 14 runs have been scored. Marcus Semien, who's had a good day on paper, some weird defense that was enabling his hits, but however, he has been hitting the ball pretty hard, so there's that. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He'll face Justin Lawrence, the sidearm right-hander, not the fireballer. That's another guy in the pen. My bad. 0-1 to Simeon. Hit in the air, deep to center field, but it's still playable for Cruz. He makes the catch. Decent amount of steps from the warning track. 1 away. That'll bring up Carson Bench, who is 0 for 2 in his major league debut. One out, nobody on. First pitch swinging to Bench, and he drives one deep to right field over the head of O'Hearn, and that is the first major league home run for Carson Bench. It is now 10-5 New York. Bench pulled it, destroyed it, and in his major league debut, Carson Bench has gone deep off of Justin Lawrence here in the 6th. Wow. Absolutely crushed. Wow. How about that? Welcome to the show, kid. Welcome to the show. Bench is a whiskey drinker. Hell yeah, he is. Yeah, Carson. Great first name that the guy's got. I think we can all agree. Great first name. So that's 10 runs on 10 hits. Might have to adjust the scoreboard a little bit. Yeah, too much hitting. Mets are doing too much hitting, guys. Stop hitting. Stop doing what you're doing. I'm kidding. Please continue. Either way, Carson Bench, first career home run on opening day. Welcome to the show, kid. Welcome to the show. Wow. He completely destroyed that. A little bit on the lower third, maybe caught a little bit too much of the plate, but it was right in the wheelhouse, and he sends it right into the bullpen out there in right field. And the Mets have a 10 spot here on opening day. Here's Alvarez. Alvarez is 1 for 2. It's now 2-2 to Alvarez. Once again, they're showing that once again right into the wheelhouse. Bench, as we all know, great athlete. Back covers a lot of the plate. It just explodes through the barrel zone, as we've seen from the scouting reports. 2-2. Lined foul. We'll do it again. Bench, wow. How about that? How about that? He pulled it. Expect hate from Mr. Pancake Man on Instagram. Yeah, hit in the air, deep to left. That one is way gone into the top, the front level of the second deck. Francisco Alvarez, a pulled fly ball. Uh-oh. Pancake Man hide. Showing off the strength. 11 runs on 11 hits for the Mets. It is 11-5 New York. Francisco Alvarez with his first home run of the year. Wow. How about that? Back to back. From the 23-year-old, his first of his career, and then the 24-year-old from the 9th spot. How about that? An 11 spot here on opening day by the Mets. Wow. We just love to see it. The Mets just completely piling it on. There's no just a clump of runs in the first inning. They continue to attack. Lindor fouls away the 1-0 pitch. That'll go into the left field seats. Alvarez, what a shot. Completely demolished. 109 off the bat, 429 feet. Destroyed it. 1-1 to Lindor is at his feet, and it's 2-1. Unreal. Wow. Well, guys, unfortunately, All the home runs are in Baltimore, so those are all fake. Grounded to the left side, and Gonzalez throws out Lindor, 2 down. Wow. Well, we all know. I mean, I said it on our stream last night. I said Alvarez make a statement, and he has been fantastic today. Fantastic. Francisco Alvarez, we all know what this kid is capable of. Had a fantastic spring. He is away from that pancake-eating motherfucker who is now unemployed. Juan Soto lifts one to right field, but is not deep enough. Ryan O'Hearn squeezes it, and that'll end the 6th. But back-to-back home runs from the youngsters, Benj and Alvarez, both pulled, may I add. We go to the 7th. 11-5, New York. Wow. Just wow. How about that? Anyone else having fun? Because I'm having fun. Just going to put out a nice middle finger to that old hitting coach. Suck it. AF here in the chat saying, let's go Mets. Absolutely. It's been a fun day. It has been a fun day. Benj is here. Damn right. Yep, bake him a cake. Hard to work at the moment. Had to work at the moment, but totally worth it. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's opening day, you know? Do you guys think that opening day out of any point of the year, right, statistically, in America, right, opening day is the most popular day to take off work? Probably is, right? Because, like, the Super Bowl is on a Sunday, right? So most jobs have off Sunday, right? Tony's saying, I wonder how the media is going to spin this power surge. Oh, well, you know, you're beating up the Pirates, and, you know, Paul Skeens, he's sick, and he's got a cold. You just never know. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to retrieve that ball for Carson Benj. But he gets his first out of the way. Tobias Myers comes out for a second inning of work in the top of the 7th. The Mets, it is a hit barrage. We've got power. We've seen contact. We've seen speed. We've seen some good defense, too. Executed pretty well. All around the diamond, the Mets have been showing out. That's what we like. That's what we like. One, two. That one sits high. Nick Gonzalez. 11 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Mets. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Pittsburgh on opening day here. Swing and a miss at a splitter. It bounces right in front. Alvarez picks it up, throws it on to first. 1 down. Wow. A primetime game, and the Mets are just destroying their opponent. I wonder how they're going to spin it. I do wonder. To be honest, that's a good point, Tony. I wonder how they're going to spin it. Is Skeens sick? Does Skeens have a headache? That is a hot shot to third, picked up by Bo Bichette. Good throw on to first. A lot better than the one earlier. 2 down. Good play by Bo. Woo! Nice play. He's mending down third base all right so far. So here's Oneil Cruz. He's 1 for 3. Started off the game with an eventful first inning. Scored a run. And then he had a screw up in center field and then another screw up. That was one of the keynotes in the first inning. Bounced over to second. Semien plays it on a hop. And that'll retire the side. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Tobias Myers after a little bit of a rough 6th inning. Stretch time here at Citi Field. 11-5, New York. Yeah, Bo is not recorded a hit yet. No hit yet. But he does have an RBI, which is good. Still productive. But it has been a hit barrage. They will focus on Lindor's at-bats, I guess. Yep, true. To be honest, they can't even do that either, because he's had 2 walks. He's been productive, too. I think everybody has gotten on base. Yeah, I think. Except Bichette. Bichette, I think. Yeah, Bichette has got a golden sombrero. Not ideal. But hey, takes a village, doesn't it? Takes a village. Thank God baseball is back. Damn right. We are all happy that baseball is back. The best game ever played. Best game ever invented. I don't think we have to do that. I don't think we got to do that. I think we're good. He can stick around here for 14 more years. Yeah, agreed. This is a disaster. This is a disaster. And you see what I mean, guys, by talking about these individual stat lines? It's like, well, he's not going to replace this. How about a team does it together? Togetherness. That'd be cool. And not just, well, this guy's not going to hit. It's over for us. Pack it up. Oh, yes. Oh, this is a treat, I think. I think this is going to be a treat, hopefully. And an opportunity to score a little bit more some more runs as well. Gregory Soto, the former Met, will go out there. I've said this many, many times. That deadline last year. Helsley was a disaster. Mullins was a disaster. Rogers did not pan out. But out of those 4 additions they made, Gregory Soto is the guy that I dislike the most. 100%. Guy couldn't throw a strike when it mattered. He was here to get left-handed hitters out. Didn't do it whatsoever. Hit a bunch of batters as well. Just a mess. Complete mess. Just a complete headache. So, Pirates can enjoy him. Either way, Bo Bichette will lead off. Speaking of it, the only guy that has not reached base safely yet today. Maybe he can join the party here against Gregory Soto, who he is 1 for 6 in his career against. So, there's that. Now that's the stretch lineup. Bottom 5 to 9 have recorded 9 of the 11 runs batted in so far. Were we getting that last year? Somebody tell me. Were we getting that last year with the other group? No? Okay. Just checking. It'll be Bichette, Polanco, and Robert Jr. For the 7th. Bottom of the 7th, Gregory Soto, like I said, the former Met. All right. Let's see if that changes over. Okay. Bo Bichette will come in. The only Met to not reach base safely today. And he shatters his bat, dumps the ball into left field, but it stays up for Reynolds. And it looks like Bo Bichette still hitless on the day. But it's okay, Bo. It is okay. I think that was their total RBI last year. Very possible. Very, very possible. But the Mets definitely making a statement here today. Throughout 1 through 9. Here's Polanco batting right-handed. Oh, look at that, guys. The notable off-season departures. Oh, man. How are they doing this without them? This doesn't make any sense. Are they hacking? Six out of the 11 runs are by the new guys, so I guess Stearns knew what he was doing after all. Yes, correct. Stearns is he knows what he's doing. I agree. 0-2, swing and a miss, and down goes Polanco. 2 down. So I guess Gregory Soto wants to get revenge here. Yeah, Bo did get the sacrifice fly. So, yeah. Collective unit right here. Collective unit. Everyone in this lineup has driven in a run, besides Lindor, who has scored 3 runs and has walked 3 times. So, productive ABs from pretty much everyone in this lineup. Here's Robert with 2 out and nobody on. We'll see who gets the 8th. It might be Luke Weaver, maybe? Possibly. You never know. Maybe Rayleigh. And Robert swings and misses. 0-2. Does Robert look like Marte? Well, I mean, the stance is a little, like they do hold their hands a little bit, like in that higher quadrant. I don't know. I'd say that if you're going to go for like more compact swing, I'd say that Simeon is a little bit more similar to Marte, if that makes sense. 0-2, swing and a miss at a sweeper down and in. And Gregory Soto gets his revenge of his old team that he sucked complete balls for. Yeah, see, if you can't tell, I'm not a fan of this guy. But either way, great day. So, you know what? 1-1-2-3 inning won't hurt you. You know? Not bad. Listen, hey, it's a long stream. We all have our intrusive thoughts. No one, listen. Oh, God. It's a long stream. Listen, intrusive thoughts sometimes win, all right? Look at my co-host Andrew, all right, as an example, okay? He will say whatever the fuck is on his mind, and even though it'll put us in danger of possibly getting demonetized, intrusive thoughts sometimes win. They just do. We all have our moments. All right, Yep. Looks like Tobias Myers is getting another inning. Interesting. We know that he can go long relief, so it's not like it's a shocker, but I was expecting them to go somewhere else, even though, to be honest, I mean, it's a 6-run game. To be honest, you know what? Keep them out there. Why not? Keep them out there. I agree with the call. Why not? We got the runs, but no donuts. True. True. Yeah. Andrew's the best. Listen, I've been good. I have been good friends with Andrew for 5 years now. 5 years. We've done this show for 5 years now. Man, he will always come out with something crazy. Now, listen, my co-hosts, I love them to death. I really do. Nobody else I would rather do this show with. There's togetherness here. Mets are a team. We're a team as well. Yep, offense looks good, Danny. Really does. Brandon saying, are we accepting missing Alonso and Nimmo jokes? I mean, you can still make them. Sure. We prefer to call them the Cheeto Bear. Call it the Cheeto Bear. Nimmo you can refer to by name because he was willing to waive his no trade clause. That was good. But the Cheeto Bear, lots of drama. Let's just say that. So 1-1 to Brandon Lau, who has had himself quite the day. Homered twice off of Freddie Peralta. Mets finally got him out last time he was up. Slider misses, and it's 2-1. There is what the media will. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. They probably will. Yep. Grounded to third. Bobbled a little bit by Polanco, but he scoops it up, shovels it to Myers covering first. 1 down. Wow. Defensive first, stayed with the play. He's athletic enough to turn. You know, he didn't fart out Cheeto dust while he was trying to bend over and get the ball. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful shovel. Absolutely. Good scoop, too. Good scoop. Nobody scoops like him. Wait, he didn't get injured. Yeah, he didn't. I thought that happens every single time, right? That's supposed to happen every time, right? Hey. All we can do is trauma bond. Scoopy-Doo. Is that what we're calling... I mean, listen, Polanco showed a lot of dog in him, so you can call him Scoopy-Doo. Ibby, if you're still in the chat, make us some AI edits of Scoopy-Doo with Jorge Polanco. Another play for Polanco. Takes it himself this time. 2 down. And Reynolds is retired. There it is. Let me just... Two out and nobody on. And here's Marcell Ozuna. That's in for a strike. The 0-1. That's in for a strike as well, and he's ahead 0-2. Good cutter there by Tobias Myers. That one misses outside on a slider. That one is fouled away. 1-2. We'll do it again. All right. One, 2 to Ozuna. That one swings high. And it's 2-2. We treated Skeens like an insurance salesman. I've been solo this entire stream. So I'm definitely going to have to rest my voice tonight, which is why Evan and Matt will be live for post-game coverage. They're at the game, so when they get back, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be live for post-game coverage here on the Mets Weekly channel. And since it is a separate stream, that one will not be posted the next day, but it will just stay up. And then usually if we will have watch-alongs and post-games combined in the same stream, we will post the post-game the next day so people can just watch it as kind of a stream highlight in that way. So you don't have to rewatch the watch-alongs, which is kind of just dumb. Popped up, and Polanco squeezes it. 3 plays for Polanco, 3 outs, 1-2-3 inning for Myers. He is through 3 innings in relief. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 11-5 New York at Citi Field. Opening day. Woohoo! Everyone besides Lindor has an RBI. Rough day for the Mets and Stearns haters. And let's hope we can just continue to keep them quiet. That would be sick. Brett Baty will lead off against former Met Dennis Santana. Simeon next, and then Benj, who last time up. Homered. First career homer of his career. I don't know if they'd retrieved the ball yet. All right. It looks like, yeah, okay. Yep, Baty is still in the game. Anybody, any replacements? Nothing. Nope. We are still going with the starting 9. Off day tomorrow, like we said. Dennis Santana and Baty, of course, in the first inning. The 3-run triple to give the Mets the lead. They have not given it back since. O'Neal Cruz screwing up in center field once again. Rough day at the office for Paul Skeens. Possibly the first time ever you'll see something like that from him. Maybe the only time ever. Who knows? But they put the hurt down on Paul Skeens, knocked him out. He didn't even finish the first inning. And they were off running from there. Not the sharpest day from a guy like Freddie Peralta, but the offense was able to cover it. 1-0 is away to Baty. So who gets the top of the 9th? To be honest, just give Myers the 9th. Why not? No Richard Loveladies. No, don't sign Drew Smith off the street and put him in there. Just let him finish the game, please. No gimmicks, please. 2-1. Fouled away. 2-2 to Baty. Weaver, listen, it's a 6-run game. So that's what I mean. I just keep the long relief out there. I mean, who's due up for... Yeah, it's 5, 6, and 7 that are due up for Pittsburgh. So, yeah. I don't know. I would just keep Myers in there. Fouled away by Beatty. Grounded to the right side. Lau shifts over, throws out Beatty, 1 out. That'll bring up Semien, who's had a productive day at the plate as well. Everyone has. First pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Boy, I am glad that I am not hearing any of the commentary or the play-by-play from this broadcast. Really glad. The 0-1, that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2 to Semien. The 0-2. In there for a called strike 3. Just bent over a slider in the top part of the zone. Kind of buckled Semien a little bit. Looks like they're challenging it. And it was a strike. So Mets lose that challenge there. 1 for 2 on challenges, it looks like. Might as well challenge. Why not? No loss. No loss there. That'll bring up Carson Bench, who the last time he was up, his first major league home run sent into the right field seats. See what he can do here. Showing it once again in his major league debut. Bench. Wow. Watch how that bat just explodes through the zone. Beautiful swing. The 1-0. Outside. 2-0 to Bench. Alvarez due up next. He also homered to go back-to-back with Bench. 2-0. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1. The 2-1 from Santana. That one's inside, and it's 2-2. Doesn't look like there's anybody warming up in the pen here for the Mets. So could it be Myers for the top of the 9th to finish it off? You never know. 3-1. Low ball 4. And Benj is on base for the 3rd time today. Quite a debut for the kid. And that'll bring up Francisco Alvarez. Alvarez, 2 hits today. Single to right, and then a home run that followed Benj to go back-to-back with him. Ooh. First pitch is definitely not a strike. That one sat pretty high, and it was a slider, so that's a pretty shitty call right there. But hey, what are you going to do? The 0-1 is in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. The 0-2 is outside, and Benj gets a beautiful jump, steals second base. That is his first career stolen base as a major leaguer. 1 stolen base, 1 home run. Very, very close to 40-40. I'm just kidding. Okay. Either way, for those of you in here. Make sure to like the stream if you have not already. Subscribe. Turn on those post notifications. 6:30 tonight, Evan and Matt will be bringing you post-game coverage of this game. They are at the game right now, so I am holding down the fort right here with the play-by-play. Alvarez pops it up. Lau is under it, makes the catch, and that'll be the end of 8. 3 outs to go for a win on opening day for the Mets to keep the good times rolling on opening day, as they are one of the best teams, or if not one of the best winning percentages all time on opening day. So this would be quite a statement. But we'll see. We will see. Who gets the 9th? It likely will be Myers. To maybe save the bullpen, but you also have an off day tomorrow. Myers likely won't be available for game 2 of this series, which is completely fine. And we will see what's in store here. As much rest as you can give to the bullpen is fine by me. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up, and it looks like Luis Garcia is going to get the 9th. So one of the more mid leverage / low leverage arms. So that makes a little bit of sense. He'll face Ryan O'Hearn. So decent outing from Tobias Myers. Aside from the 1 home run, that was it pretty much. I'm pretty sure he retired every other batter that he faced. So good performance for Tobias Myers. 3 innings in relief. And, 3 more outs, and we've got ourselves an opening day victory. And we did get a report from John Heyman, like almost an hour ago, saying that Mike Tauchman had surgery this morning to repair his meniscus in his left knee. The doctor said it went as expected, and it was a success. He is expected to be sidelined for 6 weeks before returning to play. So maybe we see Mike Tauchman at some point. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Maybe after the All-Star break, he comes back at full strength. Who knows? Either way, Luis Garcia comes in, signed a 1-year deal with the Mets in the offseason, looking to close out the final 3 outs here on opening day. Freddie Peralta, not the best start. However, he still was efficient enough. Myers, 3 innings of 1-run ball in relief, and now Garcia. The 0-1 is taken inside to Ryan O'Hearn, and it's 1-1. One to O'Hearn. That one floats outside, a splitter that did not split whatsoever. 2-1. That one's inside, but it apparently caught the corner. Strike 2. Did I miss your commentary on Tommy Pham? I like it. I like it a lot. I like Tommy Pham as a player. I really do. To be honest, I loved when he called out the clubhouse in 2023 because he was right. I loved it then, still love it. And that is going to be a base hit for O'Hearn. 8th hit of the day for Pittsburgh. Come on, guys. Let's not do this whole thing here. Let's not drag this out. Quick work, please. Quick work. Bench cut it off there. Prevent him going to second. Here's Triolo. And he lifts one towards the right field gap, and it'll go all the way to the wall. Robert picks it up. In standing with a double is Jared Triolo. That is Pittsburgh's 9th hit. They have runners at second and third with nobody out here in the top of the 9th in a 6-run ball game. Hey. Can we not do any of this? Can we just not do this drama, guys? Let's not do it. Here's Spencer Horwitz with runner at second and third with nobody out. Can we not do this drama, guys? Please. I'm asking you. Please. I've been live for 3.5 hours here. Come on. The 1-0, swing and a miss at a sinker. Count is even. Luis Garcia, kind of seeing why he's in these low leverage situations. Doesn't look sharp so far. Swing and a miss. 1-2. And he's ahead in the count. 2 really good breaking pitches right there. One, 2 to Horwitz from Garcia. He waits, sets, fires, swing and a miss at a splitter. 1 away here in the 9th. Here's Nick Gonzalez. Grounds 1 foul, and it's 0-1. Off day tomorrow, remember. And then on Saturday, David Peterson will face Mitch Keller for Game 2 of the season. 0-1. Lifted into the air. And that will go into the right center field gap once again. Benj picks it up. 1 run will score. Another one will come in. And in standing with a 2-run double is Nick Gonzalez. And they have cut the Mets lead to 11-7. That is now 10 hits on the day for Pittsburgh. Lots of offense in this game. Guys, can we not do this, please? Devin Williams will get up. Little stretch and toss here. Garcia meeting at the mound here from Justin Willard, the new pitching coach. Can we not do this, is what I'm asking. Please. That'll bring up Henry Davis, the former number 1 overall pick. Yeah, it looks like time has been called. Something happened. All right. First pitch to Henry Davis is going to be challenged. Call the ball, and Alvarez wants to challenge, and it looks like he is correct. Nice call there, Ump. And it is now 0-1 instead of 1-0. I can't with this bullpen again. Yeah, listen, we'll see. 0-1. That is popped up. Foul into the left field seats. 0-2. Throw damn strikes. Damn right. Damn right. The 0-2 to Davis. Hit in the air to left field. Not deep. Soto is under it. 2 down. One more. Packed house here at Citi Field. Looks like the shadows are coming in from the third baseline. Starting to get a little bit later here. We are coming on about over 3 hours. This game has been pretty long. Total of 18 runs. Cruz takes the first pitch. That also looked like a strike. Always drama. Yeah. Always freaking drama. Swing and a miss at a splitter, and it's 1-1. So Garcia trying to lock this one down. 2 out, runner at second. Here on opening day, 11-7 Mets. Lots of hitting in this game. A lot of it. But a lot of it from the Mets side, which is good. Checks his swing. Did he go? He went. And the Pirates are down to their final strike. They're on their feet here at Citi Field. Here on opening day, 2026. One, two, popped foul. And we'll do it again. Final line here so far. 7 runs for the Pirates, 10 hits, 1 error. Mets, 11 runs, 11 hits, 0 errors. One more strike away from an opening day victory. 1-2 from Garcia. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that'll be the ball game. The New York Mets get the victory on opening day, 11-7. Carson Bench with a home run. Francisco Alvarez with a home run. Big hitting from Beatty. Simeon, some contributions as well. Polanco had some production as well. The whole lineup hit today. They won as a team. Look at that. And the Mets are 1-0 on this very, very young 2026 season. Either way, we're going to wrap it up here. Like I said, make sure to stay tuned. In 2 hours, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Evan and Matt will be live right here on the Mets Weekly channel, also over on X for post-game coverage of this game. But either way, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this watch-along stream. Make sure to subscribe to the Mets Weekly YouTube channel and also tune in later, like I said, for post-game coverage of today's game. For those of you watching on playback, you want to join the conversation in the future, make sure to turn on those post notifications to not miss when we go live for the next game, which is going to be Saturday at 4:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure to follow Mets Weekly on X and on TikTok. Follow all of us individually. The links are in the description. And of course, let's go Mets. Good win here. Say goodbye to some of you guys in the chat. BBA, Hornets, exactly. Put it in the books. Great game calling. Thank you. I tried my best. Brandon here in the chat saying, congrats on the homer and getting on base 3 times. Yes, I called the game and I got on base 3 times. Not bad. Either way, leaving this game 1-0, like I said, post-game later. And we will see you guys next time.